my name is Emma, also known as The Ways Crochet, and welcome back to another video. So this is week 2 of the Sirdar pumpkin spice crochet along, and I have a confession to make. I started filming this video on Wednesday. It's now Thursday, filming this. Started filming this video on Wednesday. Did it most of the day, edited quite a lot of it, but I film on TikTok because it's easier just to do all the clips, add them together, easy to do transitions, edit it, all the rest of it. So it got to like 8 o'clock yesterday. I'd been out to pick my son up. I came back, I loaded up TikTok, and my draft was gone. So everything that I had filmed yesterday, all the progress of me crocheting, all the different bits, breaking down the steps of what I'd been doing, wasn't there anymore. I've been in contact with the TikTok support and basically haven't heard anything back since sending them a little screen recording of what I can see when I open it up. Not got back to me. So everything I filmed yesterday is no longer here. So what you're going to see now is a big time jump, basically, in between the end of week 1, what the project looks like, to now, because none of the in-between bits are there, which is really annoying. I did film a clip like this yesterday at like 11:45 at night, but it was dark, it was really bad quality, you couldn't really see me, you couldn't really hear me. I've re-recorded this little talky bit because waffling on about how sad I was and upset about the situation, and it's fine, it's just life. It is what happens when you're a content creator. Sometimes things don't go to plan and you have to adapt and just make it work. So that's what this next segment of this video is going to be. So I apologise for the big time jump between filming at the end of week 1 to what you're going to see in this vlog now. I do apologise. So after week 1, we were at the end of this first brown row here. So we'd done the middle square, we'd done the granny triangles, and we'd done this brown row. Since then, I have added an extra 7 rows onto the edge of this square. So this is about halfway through week 2's work. So as you can see, it's just starting to add some colour into it, some little edge bits. The next bit is just repeating this 2-row repeat, but changing this colour in between every row. So it's been red, I think this is burnt orange, and then going to go to clementine, then it will be golden, then sunflower, then cornflower. So that's what this is going to end up looking like in the end of this week. So we're just going to continue on from here. So we are almost at the end of this next round. I just have this little bit to go. But I thought I'd ask you guys for some ideas on what else I could use to film my content, because I don't want to risk this draft thing happening again. Like, even filming this, I'm scared that it's going to disappear again before I can get it up. So I just wondered if you guys had any recommendations as to what I can film and edit on, because I do film on my iPhone, but I don't mind if I had to export it onto like my laptop or computer to edit. The first few videos that I made on YouTube, I used Microsoft Clipchamp to edit, which I could do again, it's fine, but because it's iPhone versus Microsoft, sometimes they aren't very compatible, and it can take quite a lot of effort and time to transfer all the files across and get them uploaded onto the server and then editing them that way and things. It can take a while. Not that I have a problem with that, I'm fine to put in the work, but I just wonder if there was anything easier that I could edit with on my phone. I would prefer that. So here we go, that's the next round of orange done. If you can see, it is just slightly brighter than the previous orange, so it just makes it have that little brightness on there. I keep showing you the back. I need to get into the how it's showing the front, so obviously the back is towards me. Yeah, here's the front. So when you open it up in full, this is what it looks like. It's really sweet. I enjoy it. I'm having a nice time. I think now I've done this round, there's 9 more rounds to do on this section of week 2. I really wanted to have been done and be on to week 3 by today, but when I went back on my phone and that draft had gone, I just didn't have it in me to do anything last night. I really should have. I should have just carried on and, you know, done what I've done today and say my apologies and explain what happened, but I just didn't have it in me. I was very sad. So we're back on it today. I'm hoping by tomorrow. I've also had my son all day today, so I've not been able to do anything during the day, but he will be at nursery tomorrow, so I can film more during the day, which I've not been able to do today. So that has put me a little bit further behind, but nothing to worry about. And also, what would you like to see as well as this series? So I'm hoping to get a couple of vlogs out a week, and obviously not always will it be this, because if you're not interested in this, then I don't want you to get bored of watching. I want there to be something that you're interested in. So I'm sure a lot of you, like me, watch a lot of Passionate Kelsey, and I really enjoy all of her challenge videos. So I could try and sort of replicate one of those. Obviously giving her all the credit, she's amazing at what she does. I'm very, very much a fan. It keeps me motivated to keep crocheting a lot of the time. But yeah, just what else could I do? I don't know what's saved and what's not now in terms of what I've already spoken about. So I don't think in this repeat of this vlog that I'm making that I've mentioned doing a Whip Wednesday. I can't remember if that was in the last vlog or the bit I'd already recorded before. But I might potentially do a Whip Wednesday starting from next week, because obviously it's already Thursday now, where we go through all of my whips and then we'll decide whether we're going to frog or finish them, and we can make that into a little series. I know quite a few people have done one of those series, but I think they're always fun to watch because sorry, the door's squeaking, because it gets you into a good idea of what projects people do, what they enjoy doing, what they don't enjoy doing. And especially for mine, I feel like I've got quite a lot of whips from a relatively long time ago, which I probably wouldn't be interested in finishing anymore, because my crochet journey has taken me from amigurumi into wearables and quite a few blankets. And I have been watching, I think it's Loopy, she's called, her channel on TikTok. I will try and I'll find it and put a comment on the video. I'll write it on the screen of what she is called on TikTok. But she's started a series called the Chaos Blanket, which is putting different colours of yarn into a bowl, different stitches into a bowl, and then having a dice and pulling out a colour, a stitch, and rolling to see how many rows she'll do, which I think is a great idea. And I've seen loads of people on TikTok replicating it, and I also want to try and replicate it because I think it'll be gorgeous if you just go with the flow without putting too much pressure on it to look a certain way or be a certain way. Or I feel like it takes out the repetitiveness of a blanket of doing loads of different stitches. It's why I quite enjoyed doing crochet alongs like this, because this is so many different stitches that I probably wouldn't usually do. So it adds that randomness to a blanket that actually I feel like if you have a good colour scheme, it doesn't matter what order you put the colours in, and it doesn't matter what stitch you do them in, it'll work out to be gorgeous. So I might start a chaos blanket as well. Good morning, it is now the next day. It got a bit too dark for me to keep filming yesterday when I was outside. Annoyingly, my tripod needs to be plugged in for the ring light to work, so I have just ordered a new one, which should hopefully be here in a couple of weeks, which is rechargeable lights on it, so I should be able to keep filming out here even when it gets dark. So we're just continuing on where we left off. I haven't done any more, I'm just working on the chocolate round after the clementine. Haven't done any more after that so far. Whoa, my yarn's on the floor. But yeah, it is the next day, and luckily my draft saved last night, so I didn't have to go through all that trauma again of having my video disappear on me. I'm really hoping that today I can finish up week 2 of this blanket and get started on week 3 before the weekend, because it is now Friday, and yeah, I really want to get week 2 done so I can keep going and sort of get myself back on track, because I am still a week behind, which is not ideal. Hopefully I can put some work in today and get on track. And also, has anyone tried this? Because it's great. It's the Trip Cherry Lemon one. It's gorgeous. I think it's my favourite flavour of this. But like I haven't said before, this is actually the second Sirdar crochet along that I've done. I did their trick or treat blanket a year ago, started it about a year ago. Never finished it, which is kind of annoying. I wish I had. I was going to give it to my sister's fiance as his birthday present, but I never finished it, so I really want to. It's mostly done as well, which is really annoying. I got quite far, and then I got to a point where it was basically making a square of tapestry crochet, and I thought I was quite good at tapestry crochet. I've done it quite a few times, they've always been fine, but it was just not working for me. Like I just couldn't get it to work. It didn't look right. I didn't know what was going on, so I stopped and I undid what I'd done, and I was just gonna make a big patch for the middle. Rather than it saying trick or treat, I was just gonna make a blank. I think I did a granny square, but I still never finished it, which I really want to do because his birthday is coming up again, so it could be a good time to get back on that and finish that one. Would be a year delayed. This would be the second time I've attempted to make a blanket for someone's birthday, and the second time that I have not finished it. If you watch my other vlogs, I mentioned that I was making my fiance a Hamilton blanket for his birthday, and again I never finished it. I was probably 3/4 of the way through it, and then I ran out of yarn, and then for some reason I couldn't get any more yarn. I was using Red Heart Super Saver, and in the UK I just couldn't get hold of the colour that I needed. I was using the gold, I just couldn't find it anywhere, so that then went on pause. I finally managed to find the yarn and I bought some, but I never went back to the project. So then I started it back up a few months ago and didn't like what it looked like. I didn't like the colour changes that I'd done. I thought I could do it better. So I undid the whole blanket and started again, and maybe got 20 rows in before I put it down again and didn't carry on again. So I don't have a great track record making blankets on a time schedule for people, so I apologise to those 2 people that never received birthday presents from me, because that's what they were going to be and I just didn't finish them. So hopefully I can get them done this year. We're only in July, it's the 31st of July today, and that means I have at least 2 months to do my fiance's and 3 months to do my sister's fiance's, so I should be able to do it, but it's just whether I'm going to have the motivation to sit down and do them again. I don't know. And again, going back to my thing the other day of being really terrible at weaving in my ends. Never weaved in the ends on the other crochet along the whole way through. Never weaved the end in. So that's then going to be a whole process at the end of weaving all them in. And I just don't want to do it. So we'll see. We'll see if I get around to it again. Hopefully I will. So I've been working for a while off camera and I've currently got this far into my border, I guess you could say, of this middle square. Again, I keep showing you the back, I'm sorry. I'm very excited that once I've finished this round and then done the yellow and then another round of chocolate. I think there's 2 rows of chocolate at the end of this, but once I've done that I will have officially finished week 2. I'm pretty sure I can get it done tonight, which will be great, and then this vlog can go up and I won't have to worry about this section any longer because it's just been stressful doing this section. We've done HelloFresh recently and we got a deal this week for these little goo pots. I love a goo pot. This is the wild berry and clotted cream one. It's so good. I can't wait to eat it. That's going to be my reward for finishing this round of brown, is to have my goo pot as a reward. I should probably wait till I finish the whole section, but that might take a while, so I'll give myself an early reward. I think the video that got deleted, I was talking about what week 3 is. I think it's doing, I think there's 3 rows. I think there's a ladybird, a cream and a lemongrass. So you make some little mushrooms of like rows around the edge. The way you do it in the stitches makes them look like mushrooms, and then you do lemongrass, which makes it look like leaves, and then you make some, sorry about the noisy car going past, make separate leaves, like there's maple leaves, acorn leaves, that you then sew on. I can't remember if you sew them on or surface crochet them on to what you've already done before after. And then you also make a pumpkin that goes in the middle of this big plain, currently square in the middle. So I think that's the next week. And I have been looking at their other crochet alongs that they've done so far, and I think I want to do the gingerbread house one because it's just so cute. And a few of the others that I looked at also looked really good, but from what I can see they look like they've got quite a lot of tapestry crochet in them. When I started that Halloween one, the tapestry crochet bit was just stressing me out, so I don't think I want to do another one yet that's got a big chunk of tapestry crochet in it, because I think that'll discourage me from finishing it. But it doesn't look like the gingerbread house one has quite as much, so I think I might do that after the chaos blanket. I want to do the chaos blanket, and I'll make a series probably on TikTok rather than on here, the chaos blanket, because I don't think the clips will get long enough to make it, unless I did it into like a whole compilation video. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I'll do shorts on TikTok and then make a whole compilation video of them for YouTube. That might be the plan. That might be the plan. Although, would I be able to use the same clips? I don't think so, because they'd have to be portrait on TikTok and I don't want them landscape on YouTube. I'd have to figure it out. We'll see. Maybe I just make shorts. Who knows? We'll figure that out later. Hello, so it is now the 3rd day of this vlog. We're on Saturday, and guys, I finally got myself microphones. They came this morning, which I feel like today's the perfect day to try them out because it's really windy. So I feel like that door that has been squeaking in the back of all these vlogs should be quiet, theoretically, if the little fuzzy wind reducer actually works. So, last night I did not finish week 2. I got really close. I was on the last, I did the last colour of the different pips, and I did 1 row of chocolate, and then I've just got a second row to do, which I presume is the same thing, but I honestly don't know. I need to check the pattern. So let me just quickly do that, and then I'll check back in with you. Also, please let me know if this audio quality is any better. I'm not sure whether it's going to be or not. I'm going to try. Hopefully the mics do their job and these vlogs sound better than they did before. So it turns out we're just doing a single crochet in it, double crochet into every stitch around, and then a normal 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet corner. Now, some of you might be confused at the fact that I'm clearly from the UK, but I use American terms when it comes to crocheting. Part of that is because I learned how to crochet from watching YouTube tutorials, and besides Bella Coco, there aren't many left-handed crochet tutorials out there that are like widely known and give a good range of information on how to crochet and different patterns to crochet. So it's partly that I just learned by watching people like Passionate Kelsey, Hooked by Robin, those sorts of people, and they're American, so they use American terms. But also, and UK crocheters that follow UK terms, don't come for me for this. US crochet terms make so much more sense than UK ones do. Like, don't come for me. I'm sorry, UK people, but American crochet terms just make so much more sense to me. Like the fact that in UK crochet, single crochet doesn't exist. Like that's not a stitch. It just doesn't exist. And to me, single crochet makes sense because you're just doing one tall stitch, I guess. A double crochet is 2 stitches tall. A half double crochet is 1.5 stitches tall. Like, am I making sense? American terms just make more sense. And I'm so sorry to all the British crocheters out there if you use UK terms. But the fact that American goes single, half double, double, treble, that makes sense. UK terms go double crochet, half, no, wait, double crochet, half treble crochet, treble crochet, double crochet. Why are we doing double trebles? Which in American is just treble, which makes sense because you yarn over twice and it makes 3 loops on your hook and you make it 3 tall. To me, that just makes so much more sense. That might have been really confusing as an explanation, I'm sorry. But to me, that is just the most sense making terminology for crochet. So again, UK people, please don't come for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I don't follow our language. But it just doesn't make sense. And I'm also coming not super close, but I'm getting to the end of this first ball of chocolate yarn. Because actually, in this chunk, we've used quite a lot of it. Like, there's chocolate here, and there's chocolate all the way up these rows. And obviously, because we're building up in the corners and adding stitches in the corners, these rows are getting longer and longer and longer. So I've nearly used a full skein of the chocolate, and I think, I don't know where my bag is. Oh, it's on the floor. I think I've almost used a full skein of oatmeal as well, again because this was such a big patch, and then we did another 3 rows here. But other than that, the yarn's not really gone anywhere. I've still got loads left. And the advantage of using the pre-done packs, like I bought one of the pre-done packs, as I said, you don't have to think or worry about using all of your yarn because you know they've given you the correct amounts. For the trick or treat blanket that I started, I didn't buy the pack. I just found whatever yarn I had in my stash that was acrylic that I wasn't going to use anymore, and I just sort of used my own system to allocate each colour in the pattern to a colour of my own yarn, which was fine. It's looked really cool, and I sort of tried to put it together in a palette and all the rest of it. But it then got really confusing to follow the pattern because I was like, oh, I don't even know what colour I'm using anymore. So it sort of got a bit mismatched. I mean, it looks cool. I'll show you it at some point. It's inside. So next time I'm filming inside, I'll show you it. It does look really cool. But yeah, it just got a bit crazy. And I was always worried that, like, oh, what if I run out of this colour? I'm going to have to substitute it, and then it's not going to look symmetrical. It's not going to line up, and all of those things. Whereas this time round, I'm not stressed. I'm having a great time. I'm just going with the flow. It's lovely. I can just pick the colour out of the bag, use it. No, it's not going to run out. I'm not, well, shouldn't run out. If it runs out, I've done something wrong. The only time I might have a slight issue, which I don't think it should, but we'll have to see later down the line, is that, as I said in the first vlog, I am using a slightly bigger hook than recommended. It's recommended a 4 and I'm using a 4.5. So maybe that will have an impact on how much yarn I end up using, but fingers crossed it doesn't, and we can just keep going. Because if it does, I can just buy some more. It's not an issue. You can buy all the yarn on its own anyway. So guys, I did it! I finally finished week 2. So as you can see, I've finished the brown rows. I just need to secure the end because it's still live right now. But I did it! It's all finished now. So week 2 is officially done. Thanks for all of your patience in this vlog because I know it's been a bit all over the place. Losing that footage at the start and then not having a clear plan as to what I was going to do, what I was going to talk about. It just really threw me off. So hopefully week 3 will be better. I will try and get this uploaded. So it's currently Saturday. I'll try and get this video uploaded Saturday. Start filming week 3 Saturday night. And then hopefully week 3 will be up, let's say Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Maybe a bit earlier. Depends how quick I can make all the different pieces. I don't think it should take too much time to do week 3. It seems like it's just 3 rounds and then making the leaves, which I think there's maybe 16 of 12, 16 leaves. So I'm hoping not too long. And then yeah, we'll be back on track because week 4 comes out this Wednesday coming, which will be the 5th, I think. So on the 5th will be week 4. So I'm hoping that by Tuesday the 4th, I can have gotten week 3 filmed and uploaded for you, and then we'll be all back on track. There'll be no more delays, and everything will start running a bit more smoothly. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!